We finally have confirmation about BTS's military service. Yesterday evening, Big Hit Entertainment released a press release explaining the entire situation. In it they said, after the phenomenal concert to support Busan's bid for the World Expo 2030, and as each individual embarks on solo endeavors, it's the perfect time and the members of BTS are honored to serve. Confirming that all the members of BTS will be serving their mandatory military service. There are lots of thoughts, concerns, and opinions that I have on the matter, so let's get into it. First, let's analyze the statement more in detail. In the Big Hit statement it said that Jin, being the oldest member, would initiate the process of enlistment, meaning he will be the first to go for his service. Under the current rules, BTS members are eligible to serve 1.5 years of service anytime before the age of 30. The original rule was seeing 2 years of service before the age of 30, but for Korean celebrities who have contributed substantially to the Hallyu wave, the new law was created. This was ironically dubbed the BTS law. So from the information that we have, it means Jin will be submitting his paperwork for military enlistment at the end of the month, meaning he will be starting his service sometime by December 2022. I think what they will be doing is have him debut a solo song before that. Maybe sometime in the first week of November? There has been some talk online about Jin being gifted a song by Coldplay's Chris Martin. So maybe that will be his solo debut. If he is going for his service in December 2022, that means he will be discharged from his service by May 2024. This is an interesting timeline because in the same statement Big Hit also confirmed that they are planning for a group comeback in 2025. From this we can infer that even Suga will be going for his military enlistment soon. The tentative schedule based on that idea is that Jin will have his solo this year, Suga in the beginning of next year, and while the 2 members are gone for military enlistment, the rest of the 5 members will have solo careers. Post that maybe they do a comeback in 2025 with all 7 members, and then the next set of boys go for their military enlistment. Namely J-Hope and RM, maybe even Jimin. Then another comeback, and then V and Jungkook do their service. Just listing it down like this is sounding so exhausting. I hate that they're going to go for military enlistment one at a time rather than all together. The smarter decision would be for all of them to go once and for all and then be back together. This means only a 1.5 year time gap of absolutely no in-person activities by the boys. During this time, the company can still roll out pre-recorded content. I think they won't go the group route because of the way the statement was worded. Big Hit saying that they are preparing for solo ventures, also then saying Jin will go first, all makes it very obvious that it will be one at a time for their military service. But the truth be told, the real ideal situation would have been exemption. I understand that South Koreans are extremely sensitive when it comes to giving exemption for military service. If you watch a lot of street interview videos, you can get a good idea about how conservative the average person is about the same. They don't see the contributions already made by BTS as valid enough to grant them exemption. Which, if we're being honest, is so unfair. There are a lot of classical music performers who have gotten exemption from the mandatory military service. Some of this disregard for BTS has to do with the narrow-minded idea of pop music being inferior to classical music and the makers of the latter being to a higher standard. Another topic of conversation brought up is how BTS and their success did not do it on a platform representing Korea but rather on a platform representing themselves. This may be true, but to deny their impact and rise in popularity of South Korean culture due to them is extremely dismissive. A recent survey stated that BTS contributed about $1 billion to the South Korean economy annually. Most people get into K-pop because of them, so with this, to deny their impact and contribution to their country is very unintelligent. I truly believe they should have been granted exemption from military service, and I think they could have if HYBE had been more mindful about the conversations surrounding the same. For months, all the news surrounding BTS has been about how they are trying to avoid military service. I think if from the beginning they had pushed for exemption on the grounds of having already done their part for their country, then it could have turned out differently. Or they could have even worked out a shorter service for say about less than a year, maybe around 9 months. This way all of them could have gone once and been done with it. Anyway, we can spend all the time discussing what could have happened, but the fact of the matter is that they are currently going on hiatus and will not have group promotions till 2025, and that makes me really sad. Anyway, that's all from me. What do you think about this? Do you think Jin will go solo now or after his enlistment? What about the other boys? Will they go one at a time, two at a time, or all at once? Share all your thoughts in the comments section below. If you liked this video, do consider giving it a thumbs up, and if you like my content, please consider subscribing. Thanks for watching. Bye.